All right, everyone, welcome into the Wildcat Center here at Johnson & Wales University. I am Kyle Pullen here to bring you some Division III action here as they are, action here as the Tigers from Colorado College are coming visiting against your Johnson & Wales Wildcats. The Tigers come in with a 10-9 record, 7-3 in their conference. Wildcats coming in 4-20 on the season. They have lost 6 straight, including a 98-86 loss to Northern New Mexico College, where they were out-rebounded 43-27. JP Mile pacing them with 20 points. Tigers, on the other hand, coming in off a huge W. They are 7-3 in their conference. They've won 63-52 over Trinity College their last time out. They were led by Ryan Mills. He averages 14 points per season on the season, and Chris Linansky, inside, the sophomore out of Denver, Colorado, he has 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists the last time out. So have to keep an eye on that. Of course, Tigers did beat the Wildcats 71-59 last time out. So we will step aside here for the national anthem, and when we get back, we will have the starters as well as the tip-off here in the first half. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Wildcat Center.
By displaying respect and good sportsmanship, you can help us create a positive environment for the teams and the fans. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome one of our residence directors here at Johnson & Wales, Corey Thomas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you.
All right, with that, welcome back to the Wildcat Center here. Johnson & Wales basketball just getting ready to get underway right now. First, we will get the starting lineups here from Colorado College. First up, Justin Bardino, the guard, 6'3", out of Fairfield, Connecticut. Then Ryan Milne, we talked about him, 14 points a game, junior out of Phoenix, Arizona. Then number 11, Ian Rewalt, he's 6'3", senior out of Huxley, Iowa. And then we have number 30, James Lonergan. He is 6'7", freshman out of Dallas, Texas. And then the player who had a huge game last time out, Chris Linansky, 6'6", sophomore out of Denver, Colorado. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for them. It's going to be important for Graham Bausch and Cedric Ennis to keep him contained for sure. First up for the Wildcats, number 3, Corey Puckett, 5'10", senior out of Erie, Colorado. Of course, a sharpshooter outside for sure. Now, Kyle Robertson getting the surprise start here. 5'9", guard, junior out of Vancouver, Washington. Number 21, Taylor Graham-Boucher. Last time these two teams met, Graham-Boucher had 14 points, 12 rebounds. So 6'6" junior out of Grand Junction going to have a big game. And number 32, J.P. Mile. He had 18 points last 2 times these teams met. 20 his last time out. So has to be feeling good about himself. The 6'3" junior out of Lafayette, Colorado. And then rounding it out is Cedric Ennis, 6'4", senior out of Denver, Colorado. I think this is the most effective lineup with the 2 bigs in there. I know sometimes they have just tried to have Ennis out there, but they're just a little too small when they just have Ennis. Of course, Wildcats are led by Maurice Walker in his first season. Tigers led by Coach Andy Partey in his 7th season. Tigers going to come out in their black jerseys with the gold trim down the sides. Wildcat in their home white with the dark navy blue down the side. So going to be very important to watch the boards in this game. Tigers, their last time out, they beat Trinity up on the boards 40-28. And of course, Wildcats got beat up on the boards 43-27, as well as allowing their opponent to shoot over 50% last time they were out. So going to have to get stops here. Wildcats have more than enough offense to stay in most games. Of course, in their last loss, they put up 86 points, which should be enough to win you most games here at the NAI level. But we'll have to see. Pretty good crowd here tonight as Colorado College gets the opening tip, and they get it back to their point guard, Milne. Milne on the dribble handoff. Now they're going to swing it. It'll be interesting to see what they're putting Tyler Robertson out there to do. They're looking to try to get it inside to Lesnansky. Lesnansky hits the deck, but Ennis staying right on him, trying to use his bulk right now. And good job now, 10 on the shot clock. They double in on the post. Now kicked out. The drive knocked away. Lesnansky gets fouled and won. So about 32 seconds of great defense, and then Lesnansky kind of got an awkward pass, did an awkward power dribble inside, but was able to power it up and in. So Ennis gets called for the foul on that one. Disagrees with it, but Lesnansky at the line. He's long on that, but the rebound taken down inside by Lonergan. So already we see the board starting to become a little bit of a factor. Looks like the Wildcats trying to switch almost everything right now. As Lesnansky with it inside, trying to dig down inside to not let them double on Lesnansky. Lesnansky, beautiful move in the post. So 4 quick points for him. 4-0 for the Tigers. 18:55 left to go. Mile up to Greenback. Over to Mile now. Now Mile gets the screen. He takes the jumper. Can't get that to go. And a good box out inside by Raywalt. And then on the run out, no shot due to the travel. Bardino had it and just took a little extra step to try to get his footing right, but definitely had the easy layup. So a lucky break there for the Wildcats as they'll set it up. Mile looking for Puckett, but good job by Bardino fronting him. Now get the pick from Gramboucher. Ennis in the corner. He's looking to attack, now gets it up. There, wide open 3. Good offense there. Good job by Ennis. Kicking it out to Puckett, and now 4-3. A little bit of a 2-2-1 press as there. The pass behind Bardino and a turnover forced. Mile coming the other way. He goes up and he is fouled inside. Good job by Mile. Very athletic, can hang in the air, put defenders in an awkward position, and force them to kind of come across the arms. So Mile at the line. Good to see him being aggressive right away. Plays the point guard for this team. And off the back iron, Wildcats were 19-20 from the foul line in their last time out, so a very good foul shooting team. And you see Bardino and Lauren take a quick seat as Chris Mayo Smith comes in along with Luke Winfield as Mile hits the second one. Of course, important to note that Jake Tremolto not playing tonight, and he really tore up the Wildcats. He was 4 of 8 from three-point range last time these guys met. So this time, breaking the pressure a little easier. Milne has it. Now they go inside against Puckett, and they are going to exploit that matchup with Ian Raywalt getting to go to the line. They are going to get the foul on Mile, trying to come in from behind and help there a little bit, but just got in a little late. So that's the problem with Puckett and with Robertson. There's really, can't hide both of them on a guard right now, and Carlisle College going pretty big in there as Raywalt knocks the foul shot down. Breaking the tie now, back up 5-4 are the Tigers. 17:53 left to go. 2 team fouls on the Wildcats, 1 on the Tigers here in the early going. And Raywalt, he gets that one to go, and a little bit of bumming back and forth between Lesnansky and Graham Boucher. Now Mile into Graham Boucher. And Boucher, good job pumping, but still lost it. Mile goes and gets it though. Mile into Graham Boucher. He couldn't control it. Ennis though puts it up. Can't get that to go. And it is eventually gotten out to Milne. Milne coming the other way for the Tigers. They want to hold it up though. They know they have that size advantage right now. And there, Lesnansky. Good job by Graham Boucher bumping him out. They're going to find Milne though. He can't get it to go. Graham Boucher, he did a great job that last time. Right as Lesnansky was waiting for the ball, just getting one last bump in, pushing him out of his comfort zone. And there Puckett quick off the draw, and 2 quick threes for Puckett this game. Wildcats go up 7-6. Of course, looking to snap this 6-game winning streak. And there, a little bit of a travel drag. The privet foot did Lesnansky. And it looks like Graham Boucher and Lesnansky having a talk on the way down the floor. So the referees now communicating. Keep an eye on those two, as I think they realize things could get a little chippy between those two throughout the game. Mile gets it into Graham Boucher. Off to Puckett. Puckett gets another screen. Kicks it out to Robertson. Robertson, one dribble, steps in. Can't get that to go. Milne pulls down the rebound. Coming the other way. Mile, great job of cutting off Mayo Smith there and forcing the turnover. And there, Puckett tried to get a little too fancy with the bounce pass, getting it into Graham Boucher, but kicked out of bounds. And you see Coach Walker saying not worth the risk right there. And Ryan Kell now going to see his first action for Colorado College as Mayo Smith takes a seat for the Tigers. Puckett gets it into Mile. Mile, screen from Graham Boucher. Almost threw it away, gets it back to Puckett. Puckett hounded out there by Juwan Rohan. Graham Boucher kicks it out to Robertson. Robertson off to Ennis. Ennis to Mile. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mile up with that. Can't get that to go. And Kell pulls down the rebound off to Milne. Looks like Milne stepping it up. A little bit of a 2-3 zone now from the Wildcats. Trying to give a lot of looks right now. Milne up top in the middle to Lesnansky. He'll get it off to Kell. Kell for first three. Can't get that to go. Tough to come right off the bench and have to take that three. Now Mile going behind his back and gets it to go. Just Kell not strong enough to go up in the air with Mile right there. As Kell coming back the other way. Almost trapped by Puckett and Mile on that one. Heady play there by Puckett. But then Puckett loses Lesnansky. And Lesnansky going to be fouled. And you see Graham Boucher kind of taking that foul there, and that's a foul that you will let Graham Boucher pick up, as Puckett was playing too high on that 2-3, and they snuck a man behind him on the baseline in Lesnansky. So first foul on Graham Boucher. Ennis has one, as does Mile. But right now, 9-6 advantage here for the Wildcats. Wildcats coming out with a little bit more of a physical attitude in this game. Off the back iron there. As now Ennis going to take a seat. Cody Durner going to come in. Also Tyler Jonas coming in and Kell going to go out. So real big now as they have Raywalt, who's 6'3", Lesnansky, who is 6'6", and Jonas, who is 6'7", out there. So a lot of height out there for the Tigers. Definitely going to want to try to slow things down. As there, Lesnansky, he knocks that one down, making it 9-7. Wildcats still in the lead, 15-10 left to go here in the first half. Mile. Looking for Puckett off the screens. Gonna find Robertson. Robertson for a three. Can't get that to go. But Durner goes and runs it down. Just uses his speed. And Mile gets that to go. Beautiful crossover by Mile. And the Tigers coming the other way. Mile right now, he has 5 quick early points. It's Milne up top, and they just don't have an answer for him. If you put someone who's quick enough to really stay up front of him, they're not strong enough to go in the air. So Mile can just take off. There, they lost the shooter. He misses that. Puckett has it now. Looking to come up off to Robertson. Robertson to Durner. Durner pump fakes the three into Grevash. And Grevash fouled in there by Lesnansky. Lesnansky does not like the foul, but he is going to be called for that one. As you see Robertson getting a talk to from Walker, Coach Walker. And Caleb Graham-Boucher, he is a great foul shooter for a guy of his size, as he gets the roll on that one. So now 12-7, 14:21 left to go. And for a team that gave up 98 last time out, can't tell it. They're playing a very physical and kind of a chippy brand. You want to see that from the Wildcats here. You know, I feel like when they're a little bit fired up, a little bit chippy out there, obviously don't want it to go too far and go the other way, but when they're a little fired up, a little bit chippy on the defensive end, that's when they are their best. As now they're going to a 1-2-2, putting Robertson at the top. Goes off to the side to Jonas. Jonas up to Milne. Now he's in the corner. He's going to take the three. In and out on that. And good save there by Raywald. Threw that off of Graham-Boucher. But that is the trouble with the zone. Tough to find out exactly where you are supposed to box out. But now a full timeout from the Colorado College Tigers, as Coach Andy Partey, he wants to talk things over right now. As last time they came in here, it was kind of a laissez-faire defense they saw from the Wildcats, and this time a much more intense, a lot of different looks. They've been getting turnovers, taking advantage of the fact that right now, I would say Milne is really the only one who is comfortable with the ball in his hands out there. They're going big, but with this zone, they can't just post up as they normally would, as that middle guy is almost always free to just double over, and then you have to make the cross-court pass, which takes a while, and also it goes over 2-3 people. So gotta try to get it in the middle of that zone real quick, and maybe some short jumpers from Lesnansky or from Raywald if you are a Tigers fan. Also, think you can take advantage of Jonas. Maybe throw him in the middle. He looks very comfortable taking those jumpers. So make the Wildcats collapse on that free throw line, because right now they are getting away with really taking away the post game from this Tigers team. We have 3 big players out there right now. Inbound to Milne. Shot clock reset, so just under 14 minutes, 30 on the shot clock. Milne to Lesnansky. Now swung over, Milne for deep 3. Can't get that to go, but the long rebound comes out to Rohan. Not a whole lot you can do with that one. Just came right to him off that Jonas. Trying to go on Turner. Now Lesnansky got away with a little bit of a travel there, I think. Milne finds Jonas. Jonas, Turner closes out. Can't get that to go. And that is going to stay here as Mile knocked that out. Good job not letting Raywald just pull it down. But also good job. A little nervous with Mile coming over the back like that. Don't want him to pick up his second with how good he has been playing right now for the Wildcats. Ball comes into Lesnansky. Over to Milne now. Hear the crowd getting into it. Milne now up to Jonas. Jonas to Rohan. Rohan looking for Lesnansky. Can't find him. Milne now into Raywald. Raywald, good job. Getting in the middle, taking one dribble and rising and firing. Gets the easy bucket inside, 13-9. So, gotta wonder if maybe the Tigers are going to settle down a little bit. Now at this point, Mile crosses over, gets it off to Graham-Boucher. He goes with a running hook, and nothing Lesnansky can do about that. So Graham-Boucher very aggressive early, and I think he's kind of taken Lesnansky being out there as a kind of a personal challenge at this point. Played very well last time they saw Tigers as well, as Lesnansky throws the shoulder but then can't finish, and Graham-Boucher focused on that. Now Mile looking to cross over, can't get it. Durner thought about the three, now going inside, poked away from him, and that is going to stay here. Rowan pokes that away. Now we see Aaron Lampkin coming in as Robertson goes out. Lampkin a little bit better of an athlete out there, a little bit longer on defense, but not quite the shooter that Robertson is. Ball comes into Mile. Mile rolls very well on him. He can go by him anytime he wants. Mile long on that one, and Milne comes down with the rebound. Milne looking ahead, can't get anything. Raywalt now into the corner to Jonas. Up top, now to Webb. Webb to Bernardino, back into the game. Bernardino up top, swings it to Jonas, 15 on the shot clock. Milne open for three, can't get it to go, and goes up. Milne goes up. Now they get it back to Bernardino, and they are just going to have to set it up as Jonas hit the floor hard there. Just tripping over the leg, no call from the officials. Bernardino, he's going to get it up to Raywalt. Raywalt, see, to Milne. Milne for three, can't get that to go. And Durner, draws the travel inside, flying through and forcing him to hit the ground on that one. So now Ennis coming in, Graham Boucher coming out, and you see the coaches really congratulating him. I think they want to see him play a little more physical, play a little bit meaner inside, use his size in there, which he definitely did there. So now Lampkin going to play the point, give Mile a little bit of time off the ball. Mile out to Ennis, to Durner. Durner for three, in and out on that. Ennis can't quite pull that down. Milne coming up for the Tigers, 15-9. Over to Bernardino. He's going to find short corner Jonas. Off on that, and right now, this may be a little bit of fool's gold. Bernardino thought about the three, not going to take it though. Gets it over to Milne. 10:55, let's go. And the reason I say fool's gold is they're getting some pretty good looks at this point, but as I say that, Puckett knocks that away. Mile gets it now. Mile coming the other way to Durner. Durner traveled on that one. Might have gotten away with one earlier as well. Now Robertson going to come in. Mile going to get a quick break. So it looks like they're going to run a very short rotation out there right now. If you are the Wildcats with no Chris O'Neill, no Jay Campbell, and no Luke Dennerline out there for you, you're going to have to run a little bit of a short rotation. I think that's why you're seeing a lot of zone right now. As now we're seeing a little bit of a 1-3-1 look from the Wildcats. Now, up top to Milne. Milne gets it over and can't get that to go. Good job, Lampkin. Gets it to Puckett. Puckett now coming the other way in a hurry. Off to Robertson. Robertson for three. Knocks that down, nothing but net. 18-9. And don't say this often, but kind of been a down and dirty aggressive defensive game for the first half. 18-9. Wildcats as Milne steps into that three, and you knew one was going to fall there as 18-12. He's gotten about 4 good looks at the basket for Milne, and if you give him that many, he's going to knock down one of them. So got to make sure closing out to the shooters if you are the Wildcats right now. Lampkin up to Robertson. Robertson over now to Puckett. Puckett, they're playing right up into him, knowing he's a lot of a spot-up shooter. Lampkin looking for Ennis. Back into him. Ennis, beautiful move, and then way too strong on it inside. As beautiful up and under post moves from Ennis, but then just couldn't get it to go. Now Bernardino going to kick it out, and the move inside. Ennis picks up his second on Lesnansky as Lesnansky got the pump fake and then was fouled hard by Ennis inside. So just a 6-point game. You see Graham-Boucher getting ready to come back into the game for the Wildcats. So Lesnansky at the line. He's 2 for 4 thus far in the game. Has not been very efficient at all from the line. Knocks that first one down though. As Graham-Boucher comes in, Ennis goes out, picks up his hard second one in there, but um, protecting the rim in some we haven't seen the Wildcats do. And the fans are trying to get into Lesnansky's head, but he knocks that one down. Nothing but a net. And Lampkin bringing it up for the Wildcats. Their lead now cut to 4. And got to feel a little discouraged if you're a Wildcat fan. The kind of defense they've played, normally with the type of offense they have, that would go for a bigger lead. But got to credit the Tigers. They've been playing good D themselves. And Lampkin gets it taken away from him. And now Milne coming the other way for the Tigers. Off to Lesnansky. Lesnansky now over to Winfield. Winfield to Milne. Milne, corner. Now to Winfield. Winfield trying to turn. Short corner to Lesnansky. Over to Winfield. Winfield lefty 3. Can't get that to go. Out to Ribble. Now Milne going to set it back up. 30 on the shot clock. 8:25 left to go in the game. Milne trying to pump fake. Can't get anything. Raywalt gets it. Nice pass inside to Lonergan. And a timeout now for Coach Walker. A 30-second timeout. And now J.P. Mile going to come in for the Wildcats. So now their lead cut down to 2 right now for the Wildcats. And you got to think that some of those easy shots that the Tigers just weren't getting have started to go in a little bit. And also, I think the coach, Andy Partey, probably told his team, don't let this zone make you jump shooters automatically. If you can get in the middle, kick to the wings, cut off of the short corners, you can still get some going to the basket, as they've been a lot more aggressive here recently. Really trying to go to the basket and get some layups going. So a good job by Coach Andy Partey. Now it is Coach Walker's turn to make an adjustment of his own. They've been trying to run a lot of double screen action, trying to get their shooters loose on the wing in Puckett and Robertson. Haven't been able to do that as much, but pick and roll action with Mile has been very effective thus far. So right now you got Mile, Derner, Puckett, Robertson, and Grand Boucher. So Mile off to Puckett, a little 1-3-1 here from Colorado College. Mile over to Puckett. Puckett for 3 and gets that to go in. Puckett, 3 threes already in this game. So not sure a zone is a good idea right there with Puckett and J.P. Mile just playing catch right there, as they're Raywalt right into Lesnansky. And you can tell those two really starting to work together and really figuring this out. Raywalt, a very versatile player, as now goes into Grand Boucher. They just showed zone for 1 possession. Grand Boucher against Lesnansky, a little out of control on that one. Lesnansky pulls down the rebound. Out to Milnick. Milnick. Over to Raywalt. Now Milnick. Gets it over to now Raywalt up to Milne. Milne in that corner. He's going to find Winfield. Now Raywalt in that corner. Looking for Lonergan. He doesn't seem to want that 3. 15 will though. And Puckett pulls it down. Good job by Derner just getting a piece of it there. As Puckett off to Mile. Mile goes behind his back. He is fouled inside by Raywalt. And Raywalt, he is having a tough time dealing with Mile. Mile, of course, loves that behind the back. Can change his directions very quickly out there. So Mile having a heck of a game thus far in the early going, really creating a lot for his team as he knocks down that one, making the lead 4, 22-18, 6:50 left to go. 4 team fouls on the Wildcats, 3 on the Tigers, so neither in terrible trouble right now, as Mile misses on that one. So already missed 2 as Mile. And Lesnansky the rebound out to Milnick. Now a little bit of a matchup zone coming out there for the Wildcats. In the short corner, Lesnansky into Raywalt. They got him on Derner, but he took too long. Now off to Milne. Milne deep 3. Can't get that to go. And Grand Boucher pulls down the rebound. Now Mile coming the other way. Mile looking inside off to Puckett. Puckett, Robertson. Robertson now passed up the 3. Had a pretty good look at it. Didn't want it though. Now Grand Boucher gets it off to Mile. Mile going to get a double screen. Pull up on the jumper. Can't get that to go. And Miles struggling with the mid-range jumper, and if he gets that going, the Tigers are in trouble because they're pretty much giving that to him right now. As they go behind the zone to Lesnansky, and a travel inside on Lesnansky. Took that power dribble, and then he took too many steps trying to get himself back underneath. So 22-18 right now. So you have the Wildcats in the lead right now, and kind of had a little bit of a back and forth based off of those timeouts. As you saw Coach Walker make his adjustment, he brought back in Mile, got himself some open looks inside, and the Tigers, it's their turn now to kind of be aggressive in there with Lesnansky and with Raywall. Those two can pretty much throw over the top of anyone that the Wildcats have at this point. So, got to make sure that you are watching out for that. If you are the Wildcats, not sure if you're going to be able to play zone all game with this lineup, but of course, with the lack of depth of this game, going to be very hard for them to go man-to-man for the full 40. So, Coach Walker, I think smartly, trying to last with zone as long as he can in this first half. If he needs to go a hard 20 with his man-to-man in the second, he can do that. But also the zone, I think it's kind of taken away from the aggressiveness of a Lesnansky, where he can't get it where he's comfortable just on that block and go to work against the zone. The double comes too quick against the zone. As Gramsci almost threw it away, now sets the screen for Puckett. Puckett can't get that to go. And the rebound going to be pulled down by Winfield. Off to Milne. Milne played all minutes at this point. Into Lesnansky. Lesnansky to Milne. Milne. Puckett's on him. Now Raywall. Into Lesnansky. Lesnansky on the hook. Can't get that to go. And Durner, good job keeping Raywall off his back. And gets it up to Mile. Mile now to Grimshay. Durner with the trailer three, can't get that to go. Raywall pulls it down off to Milne. Milne was thinking about the long pass, thought better. He is going to find a wide open Winfield, who airballs that way long. Mile now up to Durner, off to Puckett. Puckett comes in, gets it, and the foul. So Puckett now with 11 points of the Wildcats, 24. And good job there just seeing the mismatch, as if Milne is not on Puckett, he can go right by him. So now you're going to see Mendoza Forsyth getting a little bit of action, as well as Dustin Jenkins, two freshmen, one from Steamboat Springs in Forsyth and one from Simla, Colorado. So trying to steal some minutes here is Coach Walker, as Puckett knocks it down to that one, 25-18. And there, Mile rips it away, and a bad call from the official on the far side, getting JP Mile, as Mile ripped that out clean. And there, just a bad call from across the court from an official, just out of position there. As Milne goes far corner to Jonas, back up top. Now to Lesnansky, into Raywall. Puckett went for the steal, and then a silly foul on Jenkins right there. As if Jenkins going to commit that foul, you got to commit that foul hard. Can't just be coming in there with the little reach on the body. They're going to call that a foul every time. As you see the senior Puckett coming over and talking to him. And kind of giving him some instruction on how to rotate on the zone over there. As completes the three-point play, does Raywall. So now back down to a 4-point lead. So Forsyth gets it into Mile. How long can they last with this lineup? 4:25 left to go. See if they try to steal minutes until halftime. Mile gets it off to Jenkins. Jenkins to Puckett. Off to Mile. Mile. Grand Boucher, he's going to step into the jumper and knocks it down, nothing but net. Very calmly knocks that down. So now Milne crosses half court, 27-21. Wildcats in the lead, 4 minutes left to go. Milne now with it up top. A little more energy brought in by these freshmen though. Milne, Jenkins does a good job closing out to him. Good job again by Jenkins, Forsythe. Then into Lesnansky. Lesnansky got that one. Can't get that to go again. Lesnansky, I think he's waiting and really fearing Graham Boucher at this point. Mile finds Forsythe in the corner. Can't get that to go. Jenkins almost pulled that down. But Tigers pulling away. Milne going the other way as he gets it off to Bernardino. Now Milne up top for three and knocks that one down. Now 27-24. You see Durner at the scorer's table. 3:10 left to go. Mile. Now the Walker going to call a 30-second timeout, getting Durner back into the game. And I think he just wants to kind of settle his team down. 3:04 left to go, 3-point advantage. Want to thank you, our sponsors, Jimmy John's. Remind you to give them a call, 303-339-3880. Jimmy John's, freaky fast. So right now the Wildcats, they have really got themselves in a hard-nosed game right now with the Tigers. And not normally the Wildcats MO. Normally they just want to get out in transition. They just want to go in there and they'll kind of give up some free points to try to get out in transition, go for steals, but playing very disciplined right now. And as Jenkins goes out, Durner is back on. Durner going to inbound it far side. Gets it to Mile. Mile has a mismatch if they want it. He has Jonas on him, and Jonas can't guard him one-on-one. They find Durner wide open for three. Can't get that to go. And Milne pulls down the rebound. Good job boxing out Forsythe on that one. Milne up top. Gets it over to Smith. Milne now swings it to Bernardino, and now Milne off on that one. Graham Boucher pulls it down, off to Mile. Mile coming the other way. If he wants to go with Jonas, he can right now, and that would be the matchup I would look for right now if I was the Wildcats. As Graham Boucher tried to get it inside, went off some feet in there, and Milne comes away with it. So a turnover there. Graham Boucher trying to find a cutting bucket, but could not pull the pass off. Jonas, he's going to step into a three. Can't get that. Graham Boucher pulls that one down, boxing out Bernardino as Forsythe gets it up to Graham Boucher over to Puckett. Puckett for three, can't get that to go, and Milne pulls it down. Quick shot right now from the Wildcats as Puckett, I think he was just a little frustrated. He was open for a long time and probably could have had a wide open three, but when he got it, his man was back on him. As now, Mayo Smith with it. Gets it into Webb. Webb to Bernardino. He's going to take the three. Can't get that to go. Puckett cannot save it. And it will stay here with the Tigers. 1:31 left to go. Forsythe goes out. Robertson comes in. And so Forsythe did his job. Got them about 2 or 3 minutes extra rest. Now goes over to Jonas. Back up top to him. Now to Milne. Milne looking for Webb, can't find him. Now Mayo Smith into Webb now. Now they're going to find wide open Bernardino, and he's going to knock that down 27-47. Right now, though, I think Colorado College, with the amount of threes they've taken in this first half, considering the size advantage they have, Johns Lewis, they're just going to have to acknowledge the fact that some of those are going to go down and get that as part of their strategy as Durner gets it into Graham Boucher. And Graham Boucher abuses Webb inside with a quick spin move right there. And we have a foul and one as Mile getting his team together. And now Puckett and Mile and Puckett getting a talk from Walker saying, hey, let's go inside to him right now. They got Webb, they got Lesnansky on the bench, and there is no way that Webb can guard him. So now with 50 on the shot clock right now, if you get the stop here, you can get the last shot if you are the Wildcats. Got to pull down that rebound though. Webb off to Bernardino, wide open three, same spot, same result. 30-30 now, and about a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Mile going to keep it out around midcourt. going to take his time out there. Jonas going to try to play close on him, but there's no way he can play close enough to even start that without just giving up a free layup at this point. So now they get the double screen for him. Mile inside out to Robertson. Robertson for three. Can't get that to go. Durner gets the rebound, puts it up and in. Milne now gets it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Wildcats up 2. Milne trying to get inside with the runner. Can't get that to go. And so the Wildcats will take a 2-point lead in at halftime. 32-30 over the Tigers. As you see Milne hold his hip going to the locker room. So that's something we'll have to keep our eye on as well. We will take a quick break here on Johnson Wales Broadcast Network, and we will come right back here with first half stats as well as the second half action. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Wildcat Center. I am Kyle Poole.
Basketball fans, for tonight's halftime, we have a very special event. You thought the first half was great, you're in for a treat. Get ready for the best basketball game you've ever seen. The resident assistants from Johnson Hall, battling the resident assistants from Wells Hall in the greatest game ever played at Johnson & Wells. Get ready to cheer, get ready to laugh, get ready to cry, and let's begin the battle for RA supremacy. Basketball fans, who's here from Johnson Hall? Basketball fans, who's here from Wales Hall?
All right, welcome back here to the Wildcat Center. About 2.5 minutes here from tipping off this second half. Wanted to get you updated on the first half stats. Field goal percentage for Colorado College, surprisingly high. They were 6 of 10 when they actually got a shot up. But the game played at a very slow pace. Also 3 turnovers there in the first half, limiting them as well. But just a good job by Johnson Wales, making sure that they had to use shot clock there, and very surprised to me that they even shot that high of a percentage. That was their for 3-point though. They shot 4 of 21, lowering that percentage quite a bit. So 6 of 10 things that weren't threes, but 4 of 21 when on the things that were not. Free throws, 6 of 8 for them, 75% on that. They had 6 from Justin Bernardino. He, of course, hit those 2 threes near the end. Ryan Milne also had 2 threes for 7 points. Ray Wald, very dangerous player. He had 7 points. He had 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Just was a very big deal. I think when they got him comfortable in the middle of that zone, he got to set up Lesnansky a few times, who had 9 points, but 0 points from the bench for Colorado College. So a good job by the Wildcats, not letting someone who is one of those top 2 scorers hurt you. You got to make sure that Lesnansky's going to get his, but you can't let someone like a Rowan or a Kell come in and start getting it going. On the other side for Johnson and Wales, Puckett had 10 points. Graham Boucher, he had 9 points, 4 rebounds. 3 for Tyo Robertson, 6 for JP Miles. He had 3 steals though, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. So really was very big for this team on both ends. Cody Durner had 4 points off the bench, the only bench points for this team, and also 0 points for Cedric Ennis. He picked up 2 pretty quick fouls. So you gotta figure that someone who's averaging around 10 points a game is gonna get it going here for this Wildcats team in the second half, and they will need him to, as it looks like they're gonna come out Mile, Graham Boucher, Robertson, Ennis, and Puckett. So keeping their starters the same. On the other side, Lesnansky, Milne, Bernardino, also Lesnansky, and Lonergan. So same starting 5 both ways. And also I'm interested to see if the Wildcats stay with the zone the whole second half, or if they try to go man-to-man those last 10 minutes, maybe throw CCU off a little bit. Wildcats will start with the ball. 32-30, Wildcats in the lead as we get underway here in the second half. Mile gets his pass deflected, but Ennis just goes and collects it near midcourt off the Puckett. And we have a foul inside on Robertson. They're going to say he was pushing off to get loose outside. So starting things off with a turnover. 19:45 left to go now. First crack on the other end for the Tigers. And it looks like they are coming out man-to-man here are the Wildcats. So now, good job by Graham Boucher helping inside. And Raywald, easy hook up and over. Mile tried to keep him out of the paint, but that's a tough matchup for him on the defensive end inside. Puckett, he'll find Mile. Mile for 3 in the corner and knocks that down. Couldn't knock down the mid-range jumper in the first half, but knocks down that one. Good job by Puckett getting inside, and Mile getting his 9th point of the game off this first 3. So now 35-32, Wildcats in the lead. Bernardino hitting to Lesnansky, one-on-one on Graham Boucher. Good job turning him back. Milne out on him. Now over to Bernardino. In Milne. Now Lesnansky. He's far away from the pocket though. And they're going to call Graham Boucher for the foul inside. And not really sure what that was. He just turned his face into him, which is kind of an interesting strategy, but I guess got him the foul. But Now Raywald taking it out. Gets it into Lesnansky. And Milne to Lesnansky. Far away. Good job keeping him out of the paint. Bernardino. Now to Milne. Lesnansky almost didn't get that one. Milne looking for Lesnansky again. 15 on the shot clock. Lesnansky, quick move, but too quick, and Graham-Boucher pulls down the rebound. Mile coming the other way. Mile inside. Ennis on Bernardino. And Ennis too strong inside, and they're going to get him on the ground. As Bernardino may have the size advantage there with the height, but Ennis is too strong for him. Similar to kind of what Mile was doing earlier to Mayo Smith when he was guarding him, where he may be just as tall or a little bit bigger, but he can't stay strength-wise with Mile in the air. Ball comes into Graham-Boucher. He's going to go set a pick for Puckett. Puckett off to Mile. Almost lost that one. Now, though, Mile kicks it off to Robertson. Robertson back to Mile, and Robertson just take that shot right there. And fortunate that went off a Tiger. 18:03 left to go. 3-point advantage for the Wildcats. 35-32. Comes in to Mile. Mile looking for the screen. Going to get it from Graham-Boucher. Crosses back over. His pass just taken away there. Graham-Boucher almost took it back, but there, Lonergan, once he picks up his dribble, Lonergan can really use his size inside to try to keep him away. As Lesnansky gets it inside, goes off to Bernardino. Bernardino. Now, going to be swinging that to Milne. 15 on the shot clock. Raywald inside. And there, Lesnansky pulls down the rebound over Mile, and Puckett almost got the block coming in, but Lesnansky able to get that. As off that pick, Miles not going to be able to block out Lesnansky inside, so Lesnansky goes into double figures now. Inside to Ennis. Ennis working on Lesnansky. Beautiful little jumper inside. Just dropped the shoulder and went up, so Ennis gets his first two of the game. Back up by 3, 37-34, Ottawa Wildcats. Now, Lesnansky. Bernardino gets it. Robinson with it. Now they're going to get that inside. And good job, Raywald off of his knee. Puckett, great job. Right when he put that ball down, Puckett was all over it. He knew that he had to strip that low, or he was just going to get backed under there. So great job from him. An interesting matchup. Wondering why Mile is even on Raywald as opposed to putting Ennis on him in there. But I guess the taller player is technically the number 30, Lonergan. But Lonergan not near as physical, and there Lesnansky going to pick up the foul, trying to deny that inside to Ennis. And you see the post presence that Ennis has. As Lesnansky, he's been wearing that scowl almost the whole game there. And 3 on Lesnansky now. So Ennis gets it into Puckett, right back into Ennis. Ennis goes up and gets it to go. And the bench looking for the foul. They wanted the 4th on Lesnansky, and that's enough to get Webb off the bench. He saw that Lesnansky was going up and could have picked up the 4th pretty easily there. Did not though, as Lesnansky now kicks it out to Milne. And I think if you go into the post right now with Lesnansky, it's worth taking a flop. Maybe seeing if you can get him to pick up that 4th foul right now. As Raywald gets it off to Bernardino. Bernardino traveled inside, trying to sidestep Graham-Boucher. As now Lesnansky going to take a seat as number 34, Daniel Webb, comes into the game. So a 5-point advantage for the Wildcats, and also no Lesnansky right now, as he has picked up 2 quick ones. So it's going to be interesting. Got to try to feel like you can push this out if you're the Wildcats at this point. Ennis out at the 3-point line, not where you want it. Robertson now getting it over to Puckett. Puckett on the dribble, gets it inside to Ennis. Ennis gets fouled going up on Webb, and you can see Coach Walker telling him, go to the basket every time inside. they do not have a guy who can handle Ennis right now with the size that he brings in there. Seeing him hang out at the three-point line, just a waste right now. They just need to go to him every time, force those doubles, and then you have Puckett, Robertson, and Mile out there to shoot those threes as Ennis gets the bounce back up and in. And so 40-34, and Ennis, he's been the story of this second half right now for the Wildcats. We mentioned he didn't have any first half points, but has definitely been taken over here in the second. And he knocks that one down. Nothing but a net. So now Milne, you get it going, a little bit of a danger zone if you are the Tigers, down 7, best player sitting on the bench. Where are they going to find offense? Milne now getting pressured by Puckett, gets the screen from Webb off to Bernardino, and now they're going to call Robertson bodying him as they tried to keep him from coming into the lane. Good call by the officials. 3 team fouls on both teams, 15-19, second on Robertson. As now Ray Walt trying to look for the inbounds. Just going to go back to Bernardino. Now Milne. Milne to Webb. Webb at the foul line, knocks that one down, and a timeout from the Tigers, a full timeout, trying to talk it over right now. I think you really have to kind of change your approach right now. If you are going to stay in this game without Lesnansky, as Lesnansky really gave them an inside-out presence, but on the other end, they have to figure out what they're going to do against Ennis, because Ennis, they can't play him one-on-one right now. And to his credit, Ennis is going one dribble and going fast to the middle, knowing that he's stronger, can fade away on his jumper. Really does a great job. So they've got to try to get a quick double on him, but making sure that, I think if you're going to double off anyone on this Johnson Wales team, it's going to be Mile. Tough to say since he hit that last 3 from the corner, but Puckett and Robertson, that's what they're out there to do. They're both out there to hit threes, so a tough deal right now in terms of who are you going to double off of without giving up free points inside. And also, I think a brilliant adjustment from Coach Walker coming out man-to-man. He said, I bought enough time for my team. We've got enough legs to play hard man-to-man here for the last 20 minutes at this point. So, definitely, I think a smart move getting out of the zone, especially when the team has a whole halftime to talk about what they're going to do against that zone and finding holes. You have to have some truly superior length and athletes to keep teams out at this level from just exploiting holes in your zone. Mile calling out the play. Now they're going to set a back screen, get Ennis inside. Ennis, beautiful pump fake out, got Raywolf to bite on it, and then goes right up and in. Ennis scores again, 43-36, and he is dominating this game inside right now. Going back to the 1-3-1, now giving him a look straight out of the timeout, had to be planned. Milne now over to Bernardino. Webb at that top of the key. Bernardino looking for Raywolf inside, can't get him. Milne, now Bernardino wide open for 3, can't get that to go. And Graham Boucher going to be called for the foul inside against Lonergan. And Lonergan going to try to say that he was shooting, but there is zero way he was shooting. Yes, the officials are going to make the right call. So 14th foul as they're going to call that on Puckett, actually. Had to be almost a misread, I feel, as Graham Boucher definitely fouled him in there, but I think they'll probably take that, not want their big man to pick up more fouls. As Raywald kicks it out to Milne. Still staying in that 1-3-1. Milne thought about that 3. Swings it hard to Lonergan. Lonergan to Raywald, and he traveled for sure, but got away with it. Webb pump fakes. Bernardino over to Milne. Milne knocks that one down. Nothing but net. Now a 4-point game. And at this point, they're just buying time for Lesnansky. 13:45 left to go. Will be interesting to see when they bring him back in. As Mile Now driving and gets that to go. Ennis sealed it off inside. And so Mile now with 11. And just the threat of Ennis in there. They're trying to front high side. Ennis just sealed them off in an easy lane there. But then no one picks up Raywalt inside. And he gets an uncontested bucket there. As Jonas getting ready to come in along with Lesnansky for the Tigers. So 13-15. They've seen enough of Ennis eating them up inside. Puckett now setting that hard screen. Little pick and roll. Mile inside off to Ennis. Ennis taking the jumper. Can't get that to go. Mile taps that out of bounds. So 13:04. Durner coming in. Graham Boucher going to come out for the Wildcats. So now getting a little bit smaller as they get bigger. Got to figure Ennis is going to have to take Lesnansky if they're going to stay man-to-man. But it looks like they are instead going to go to a 2-3 as Lesnansky trying to hide on that baseline. Now Jonas thought about the three out to Milne. Milne to Raywalt. Raywalt on the runner gets that to go. And he's been very dangerous inside. Now just a 2-point game. And while the Wildcats had this up to 7, it has been closed down quickly here by the Tigers. Durner sees the three, takes the three, in and out. He's had a few just go in and out for him. And Milne tried to go, but the senior Puckett was all over that. Gets it out to Robertson. Robertson over to Durner. Durner inside. Tried to go to Puckett, but gets it picked off Bernardino. And there you see why Mile has to bring it up so much for this Wildcat team. Other guys not as comfortable making those snap decisions off the dribble. Robertson and Puckett much more comfortable just taking that quick shot or just swinging the ball. Bernardino gets it into Raywalt, out to Bernardino, and he knocks down the three, and that's the lead for the Tigers. Now 46-45, 1-point lead, and Mile going to dribble it over, and now we are going to have a timeout from Coach Walker, a full timeout. So if you are the Wildcats, you got to think you have been working so hard right now for this, to stay in this game, to get this lead, and to see it slip away here in a quick fashion like this has to be disheartening. Have to wonder if some of those legs are starting to feel a little heavy for them, but Ennis didn't play that much in the first half. On the other end, gotta think maybe you gotta go back to the Mile high pick and roll. Now that they've got that size back in there, they can deal with Ennis inside with Lesnansky. But Mile driving in, kicking it out to Ennis, kicking it out to the shooters. I think that's probably their best offense right now, because with this big lineup, that means they're going to have to throw someone who is either too small to go up in the air with him or too big to stay with him. With Mile out there on the floor. So gotta think maybe he can take over at this point and carry his team for a little bit offensively, just as Ennis did. And have to keep in mind, when they're posting up Lesnansky on the other end, worth taking a flop. See if the officials are going to give it to you. Pick him up his fourth, and when he's coming to slide over, definitely want to make sure you get contact to see if you can pick up that fourth foul for Lesnansky. Got to figure that sits him down for at least 5 or 6 minutes at this point. Ball comes into Mile, and they got Jonas on him. Jonas cannot stay with Mile at this point, but he gets it off the Puckett. Surprised to see Mile be passive when they put Jonas on him. I'm not sure if the length is something that's worrisome to him, but he can blow by Jonas. No reason why Mile should not be being very aggressive right now against Jonas. He has it up top. Puckett goes back door. They clear it out. He's going to get the screen from Ennis. Gets it right back to him. Beautiful pick and roll play. And there you see they really expose the lack of speed. Jonas can't help and get back as quick as a normal guard would to cut off that pass. They're going into Lesnansky. Man-to-man for the Wildcats this position. Now into Raywalt. Raywalt just going to go up and over. Can't get it to go. Jonas takes it away from Mile. And now Mile goes down hard as he went up trying to take out Raywalt, and you see Mile saying he was out when he was there, but Mile gets up. Jonas, good job pulling that away, coming around from the back side, and 3 on Mile now. So now Graham Boucher and Lampkin also going to come in for the Wildcats. 10:59 left to go. And Raywalt knocks that down. He has been huge for this team as Mile going to go out and Lampkin coming in. So Mile, right as he had a great matchup right there, but he's going to go over to the side, maybe stretch out a little bit, make sure he feels good as Raywalt gets it, and Lesnansky and Van Boucher getting tangled up once again. And you see Milne kind of telling him, you got to calm it down, buddy, because if you pick up a 4th on a silly double foul, they're not going to care if Graham Boucher picks up his 3rd if it's your 4th. Lampkin with it. Has not seen as many minutes as he's accustomed to. Puckett up top. He's going to get the screen from Durner. Now a screen from Graham Boucher. He's working on the baseline. Durner to Ennis. Ennis for 3. Can't get that to go, and Milne pulls down the rebound. A good look for Ennis, but would like to see him trying to post up, putting some pressure on Lesnansky. As Lesnansky in, and Graham Boucher almost came from the far side, able to knock that one away. They're going to get Graham Boucher back onto Lesnansky. They're going to have Ennis on Jonas. Got to make sure you stay on Jonas. A little bit more of a shooter, finesse player than a big post player like Lesnansky. Lesnansky trying to go to work, faces up. Now just going to kick it out to Jonas. Milne to Mayo Smith. Lesnansky, good pass to Mayo Smith on the baseline. Good work there as Lampkin now comes across. 50-47, Tigers in the lead, up by 3, 9:55 left to go. Lampkin thought about it, over to Puckett, now to Durner. Durner to Ennis. Ennis going to take that, can't get it to go, and Milne coming the other way. Thought he was going to hit Raywalt on the cut, couldn't get it though. Raywalt now on Graham Boucher. He gets stood up in there, and now Jonas for 3, can't get that to go. Graham Boucher pulls down the rebound out to Lampkin. Lampkin looking for the quick post from Ennis. Right in there. Ennis goes up inside, and you see him going on the jersey saying he needs a little bit of a break now. Robertson getting ready to come in, but a 50-49 lead right now, so cutting it down to 1. Tigers in the lead on the road. Milne behind that screen knocks down the 3, makes it a 4-point game. 53-49. Lampkin, 8:55 left to go. Gotta wonder how long can you sit Mile at this point. He's really been your creator on offense and struggling to get easy shots right now. Durner on the baseline, looking to go to work. Out to Lampkin. Lampkin up top, pulls it back out, 10 on the shot clock. He's going to get a screen from Graham Boucher. Now gets it back inside. Out to Lampkin. Lampkin 5 on the shot clock, and they call the travel on him. And just an ugly offensive possession there for the Wildcats. As Robertson, he comes in for Ennis. So Ennis going to get a quick break here. Wants to get a quick break for him. Maybe see him come back in at 5 minutes and go those last 5 hard. As Webb comes in, Raywalt goes out. They're going to get Raywalt a quick blow as well. Milne with it up top. Now off to Webb, into Lesnansky. Lesnansky going up, can't get that to go. Lampkin reaches in and gets the foul. And Lesnansky, he's been struggling finishing around the rim with Graham Boucher in there. As it looks like he caught Graham Boucher a little bit in the nose on that one. Lesnansky did a good job getting position, coming off that baseline screen hard there to get himself set up inside of Graham Boucher, and it was all over at that point as he knocks that one down. Nothing but net. So now a 5-point advantage as Mile goes in. You see Puckett take a quick break here for the Wildcats. Two seniors sitting on the bench in Ennis and Puckett. Got to figure we're going to see them again. As Lesnansky knocks that one down. And Rohan coming in. Lesnansky going to take a seat. He doesn't look happy about taking a seat right now, but they know they can get him a quick blow with Ennis out and want him good to go and don't want him picking up that fourth with Ennis on the bench. Lampkin looking to go off to Mile. Mile, beautiful job getting in the bucket. 13 points for Mile now, cutting it down to 4. And Mile and Lampkin, they are both great athletes, very long out there as Lampkin gets right up into Milne. Robertson on the ball. Now Milne gets a look at a 3 and knocks it down. Just a back-breaking 3. 30-second timeout for the Tigers as can't go underneath that screen if you are Lampkin. As Milne, that's just a back-breaking shot. You come down, you cut it down to 4, and then to just give up that 3 to Milne, who is really the only shooter on the floor right now. So to not get him is going to be just an inexcusable error. And you see Ennis coming in, looks like Lampkin's going to go out. So right now he's saying to his seniors, he's saying, I need 737 from you. And Mile, a huge player right now for this team, as he's got to create. He and Ennis are the two creators out there. Durner and Robinson, they'll get their shots off set threes from what those two create, and Graham Boucher has not had it offensively. He's using up a lot of his energy right now on Lesnansky. Lesnansky's still sitting and Ennis out there, so if you're on the Wildcats on this possession, you can almost get a free 2 if you go quick enough to Mayo Smith. As Rohan trying to get right up into Mile. Mile to Graham Boucher. To Robinson. Robinson for 3. Can't get that to go. Durner goes up, gets his shot blocked though. Milne coming the other way for the Tigers. Off to Rohan. Now they're going to kick that back out and get it set up. Milne has Ennis on him on the switch. Now we got Robinson. Now over to Rohan. Inside to Webb, and he cannot finish inside. And we have a little bit of blood, I think, on Milne. He has a little bit of blood, so they're a heady play right now from. And a little bit of gamesmanship from Ennis, as he knows that Milne is their only ball handler. And if they can get him on the bench for a second, they're probably going to get about 2 or 3 turnovers right away because no one else can dribble. Good job trying to get him off of the floor, but they're just going to take a timeout to get him patched up real quick as opposed to having him go out of the game as they've got that with a little bit on it. And the refs going to let that go, and it will be Wildcat ball now. Still no Lesnansky, so I think if you want to go to Ennis right here, you can get that for free. As right now, he's trying to play pressure on Mile, and Mile off to Graham Boucher, to Durner, into Ennis. Ennis can't get that to go. Easiest bucket he's had all game, and he misses it. Webb pulls down the rebound. Huge miss there as they missed an open 3 and an open 2 the last 2 times down. 7 points left between these two teams, and now 6:20 left to go in the game. Webb wide open for the jumper. He misses that, but Raywell pulls down the rebound. Now they'll kick that out to Lonigan, and he'll knock it down. So now a 9-point advantage. Durner over to Robinson. Robinson to Mile. Mile going inside, not going to get the call. He got caught with the ball, had to power it through. I believe that was Webb inside that he had to power it through, and then just went way too strong off the glass. 9-point advantage now for the Tigers with the ball. Milne gets it into Webb. Webb just kicks it out. And now Raywalt gets it taken away by Mile, but Milne there. Milne over to Webb. Over to Ron. Can't get that to go. And Durner pulls it down. Gets it off to Mile. Mile bringing it up for the Wildcats. On the wing to Grandboucher. Grandboucher back to Ennis. Ennis powers through and gets that up and in. Great job by Ennis, cutting it down to 7. And Ennis and Mile have really been the only offense for the Wildcats in this second half. Need someone else to make some big plays here. Raywall up bounce, gets it back to Milne. Milne in and out on the 3. Dodged the bullet there if you are the Wildcats. Down 7, 4:45 left to go. Mile with it outside. Off to Robertson. Robertson, beautiful pass into Grandboucher, and he will finish that inside. 5-point game now. A full timeout for the Wildcats. Want to remind you, Jimmy John's official sponsor of Wildcat basketball. Jimmy John's, give him a call, 303-339-3880. Jimmy John's, freaky fast. So 4:34 left to go. Don't need to hurry at all now at this point. Down 5, you just got to get stops and come down and execute on the other end. Will be just fine if you are the Wildcats. Think that maybe that timeout right there was maybe to get a little bit of pressure on them, to speed them up, making sure they don't just run the clock down. And also, I think it's also, to be honest, to get a little bit of rest for Ennis. Get a little bit of rest for him. He was very winded when he came out, and then he had that minute as well of rest. There weren't a lot of timeouts in there, so it was about a real minute of rest. So, very big deal right now for the Wildcats, trying to split the season series with the Tigers. Last time, the Wildcats lost 71-59. So, definitely another competitive game last time. But trying to knock off the Tigers, so of course 10-9, 7-3 in their conference. But tall order, down to 5, 4:34 left to go. Raywalt, Lesnansky out there, along with Bernardino. You have Lonergan and you have Milne. So the starters out there at this point, and will be interesting to see if you can get Lesnansky going inside. At this point, with 4:34 left to go, those 3 personal fouls, he has not near as big of a deal. As a little bit of pressure, Raywalt picks it up, knocked away, but right to Milne. They finally get it across the timeline. Now getting them going, but 20 seconds now left on the shot clock, and they are just getting the offense going. Now they'll drop back into a 1-2-2 zone, and Mile picks out the pass over to Bernardino, over to Puckett. Puckett foul from behind, and he gets it to go as Milne just cannot believe that he was called for the foul, and he got him too. He pushed it from behind. So Milne just got his hands out there, pushed him from behind, and got into him. And now Milne doing a good job calming himself down, as he was close to picking up a tee from the official, Michael Paldino, as Puckett goes up, in and out on that. That hurts. Could have cut it down to 2. Now a 3-point game, though. Milne bringing it across. Also, no chance to set up that pressure once again. 25 on the shot clock. Bernardino. Now, with Durner on him. Lesnansky, another turnover. Throws it in, as that pass from Bernardino left a lot to be desired. Mile coming up to Puckett, to Durner. Durner goes up, gets that to go. Lesnansky trying to dive on the charge, and no dice there from the officials, as Raywall gets it over to Milne, to Bernardino. Now Lesnansky in there, going up, can't get it to go, and Durner pulls it down, off to Mile. Wildcats dodge the bullet, down 1. Mile inside. Ennis fouled inside by Bernardino, and he will get to go to the line. So down 5 with 4:30 left to go. In just a minute and 15 seconds, the Wildcats on the line right now. Ennis, though, looking a little tired at this point. It will be interesting to see if you can get the knees into these two and knock them down. Ennis taking his time, getting himself up to the line. Takes his dribble, spins it. And cannot get that one to go. So 2 missed foul shots and a timeout from the Tigers now. I think maybe just to try to figure out what they're going to do. They're going from a press into a 1-2-2. So a very important deal now at this point. So the Tigers trying to get into their offense quick enough so that they have time to work against that zone, because they're feeling rushed, they're going too quick, and that's what a zone wants you to do, is try to feel like you have to take threes and try to feel like you got to go quicker than you need to those last 10 seconds, because if you get caught in those corners, you're going to get trapped. And right now, unless you are Lesnansky or Raywall, you can't throw over the top of that right now. Graham-Boucher and Ennis also doing a great job protecting the rim right now. Ennis needs to knock down this free throw, make it a 60-60 game. Looking at the fouls, Wildcats have 6. So next foul on them will send the Tigers to the line. 5 on the Tigers. So they still have 1 to give before the Wildcats start shooting free throws. But at this point, Wildcats are doing a great job with this zone, just shading enough to not let them get it into Lesnansky. Because if they let them throw it right into the middle into Lesnansky, they are going to have this press broken easily right now. But Ennis now breaking the huddle. He's coming back up to the line. 3:12 left to go in this game. And also need him to knock it down so that you can set up that press once again. So Ennis at the line. Fans cheering. But then smartly quieting down so that Ennis can focus. Ennis well short on that one. And just no knees there for Ennis. Milne gets it up across half court. So still a 1-point lead here for the Tigers. 3 missed free throws in this last minute and a half. Hopefully that does not come back to haunt the Wildcats. Ball goes in to Raywall. Raywall over to Milne. Milne to Bernardino into Raywall. Raywall gets it to go. Now a 3-point advantage. So a good job being patient on that one. And there you see the difference. Being able to get it inside up across midcourt with 30 seconds to work with on that shot clock. Over to Mile. Mile to Graham-Boucher. He can't finish that, and Lesnansky pulls it down. Good drive there by Graham-Boucher, but just a little out of control, fading away from the basket too much, couldn't finish it. 3-point advantage for the Tigers. Raywald now off to Milner. Now, Bernardino. Now to Raywald, back to Bernardino. Back to Milner for the back-breaking 3. Can't get that to go, but a huge rebound from Bernardino. So now 2:03 left to go. Wildcats need that huge stop at this point. Lesnansky, Graham-Boucher all over him. Milne for 3. Can't get that to go, but another offensive rebound. Bernardino pulls it down. 1:45 left to go. Game shortening possession by possession as Lesnansky on Graham-Boucher. He's going to kick that. The runner well long, and Mile comes in, and he is going to be called for the foul on Lesnansky. So now 4 on Mile, and Lesnansky on the line as Graham-Boucher, he's just getting overpowered inside on that one. As Durner goes out, Robertson comes in. So now a little better shooter there in Robertson than Durner right now. But also not going to do a whole lot for your rebounding here. Lesnansky, first of a 1-on-1, misses it. Graham-Boucher pulls it down. Still a 1-possession game. Mile coming the other way in a hurry for the Wildcats. Off to Graham-Boucher, off to Puckett, the senior. Puckett into Robertson. He's going to get a screen. Lets him go by for three. Can't get it to go. Off Lesnansky. He saves it into Milne. Good hustle by Lesnansky. Him and Raywall almost knocked it off each other. Now, a minute 10 left to go. See Coach Walker trusting his defense right now. Milne off to Raywall. Gonna go with that 1-2-2 still. Bernardino into Raywall. Raywall attacking. Can't get that to go, but inside can't pull down the rebound. 50 seconds left to go. Now 30 on the shot clock. Gotta figure they're gonna run this down. As Milne right into Raywall. Raywall to Bernardino. Now to Raywall. Off to Milne. Raywall into Lesnansky. Lesnansky, Bernardino. Lesnansky, deep hook. Can't get that to go. Mile pulls it down. Coming the other way. In a hurry, Mile just throws that one away. Trying to go too long was Mile as had Robinson on the wing as 23 seconds left. Miss Robertson, who was open, had a three. And now Jonas going to come in for Lesnansky. Got to figure Jonas, much better foul shooter than Lesnansky at this point. He's going to take it in. Raywall and Milne. Got to probably run some screen action here. And ball comes into Raywall. Gets it up to Milne. They got numbers if they want it. And Durner going to take the quick foul on Milne. So still in the 1-and-1 phase. So if he does miss the first one here, got to make sure you get the rebound. So Milne takes the ball, takes his three dribbles, spins, knocks that one down. Nothing but a net. So now a two-possession game, barring a truly catastrophic foul while making the three-pointer. But Milne, I thought, trying to make it a 5-point game. Milne off on that one. Grand Boucher gets it to Mile. Mile loses it for a second. Wasting valuable time now. Mile, gotta figure he just needs to go. Mile gets it up and scores. Timeout from Coach Walker. Mile 15, but that took a long time. Went from 18 seconds down to 7.9. Now, if you are the Wildcats, you cannot go for a steal here. You just have to foul right away. Can't let any time leave the clock. Have one more chance to shoot the 1-and-1. Gotta figure you want to have someone but Milne take it, as he just walked up to the line. So has a better feel for it right now. Maybe a Raywall would be great, of course, to just get that 5-second or get a steal off the inbound. Just a 2-point deficit. So if you can get this ball back, or even if you can get it making 1 out of 2, you can still have a chance to take that last shot. As the Wildcats got to figure they're going to come out man-to-man, but got to be ready to switch all picks at this point, because all you're going to do is foul after you have the initial ball coming inbound. So it doesn't matter if you have a mismatch with a big guy on a guard. You just got to switch and deny as hard as you can. Hopefully make the Tigers use a timeout or make them panic and throw it away. Because with 7.9, you can't let a second go off the clock, because you're going to need it to go the full length of the floor after hopefully a miss to try to get those 2 points. Wildcats breaking the huddle, and now Forsyth has to sit down, and you see they're not going to let that sub go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they were trying to get a better defender in, but they just said that he didn't make it there in time. So now switch everything has to be the order of the day as they get it into Milne, and Milne fouled by Puckett quick. So Milne just using his strength against Puckett right there just to shield off and get the ball. Probably a smart play by Puckett. Would have had to really risk to go all the way around. And if he doesn't get him, then Milne gets the run probably across half court before anyone's close enough to even be there to foul him. Now Robertson going to come in. He's going to check in right now. They're going to get Durner off. Robertson, a much better three-point shooter, going to come in. But, of course, something that's killed the Wildcats, offensive rebounds. So even if Milne misses this, got to be ready on the glass. Milne at the line. Nothing but net on that one. Looked pure on that one, did Milne. So now here comes the huge one. With 6.9, timeout going to be taken by Walker, maybe trying to ice Milne a little bit, not letting him get his rhythm out there for the Tigers, as you need him right now to try to miss this foul shot. This one's the huge one because at this point you're running out of times that you can make it up and down the floor. So gotta try to get a three, I think this time down no matter what, whether he makes it or not. Just due to the fact that if you make it, then if there's 3 seconds, you get the foul real quick, and even if he makes both, then at least you have a chance to tie, because you're not going to be able to make it up and down the floor too many more times. I have to keep in mind, though, after this one, if you have to foul as well, it's going to be double bonus. So no matter who you foul, no doubt that they are going to get 2 cracks at it. Going to have Ennis, Grand Boucher, Mile, Robertson, and Puckett. Now, if you are the Tigers, got to figure, but that I was going to say maybe drop 2 back off this, but it looks like they are going to keep their 2 normal guys in there in Raywalt and Jonas. And so Milne steps up, knocks that one down. A sub coming in, Lesnansky coming in, as well as Rohan. Rohan, a much better defender, very good. And we have Durner coming in. And so Durner going to come in for Ennis. They got to get as many three-point shooters out there as they can. So a little bit of pressure on the Tigers, trying to make them use as much time as they possibly can. And there, a quick foul on there as Mile makes the shot well after the foul, but just good to know that he has that in the back pocket for in case they need that half-court three-pointer a little later in this game. As now, Mayo Smith coming in to respond to Ennis going out. So Durner goes in, gets it into Mile. Mile going quickly, pulls up for the 3, can't get that to go, and time expires. Wildcats drop this one here at home, 65-61. Colorado College getting the W. Thank you so much for joining us here from the Wildcat Center. We will see you next time, February 9th on Senior Day for this men's basketball team. Talk to you next time. I am Kyle Pohl.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Drive safe.